Hey, what's up, guys? So today is episode 6, and I wanted to, before I show a little bit of the footage from today of the aerial yoga that I took. First of all, it wasn't my first time. This is about my 4th or 5th class. I believe 4th. Either way, it doesn't matter. Point is, there's a lot of reasons why I kept going back to get more of those classes, and I wanted to share with you guys a couple of them and what it has done for me in many ways that has nothing to do with just the exercise itself. And that's why I think that exercising and just movement brings a lot of different perspectives in very different parts of your life that have nothing to do, you would never think at least, with living your everyday life. So to me, aerial yoga was pretty much of an epiphany moment that I had on my first class. I took the class with a friend of mine, Ashley, and she was visiting from Iowa. She moved there a few months ago, and she wanted we have been wanting to do that for a while, and she finally invited me to go because she only had one day to see me, and I was like, sure, let's go. Like, I had been on that let's try new things kind of way for some time, and I was definitely interested. So we went, and first of all, I froze throughout the class. I was so scared of being, second of all, I'm terrified of being upside down. So water, being upside down, being really dark places, those are really fears of mine. And so being at this yoga class, it was definitely challenging because there's a lot of inversions. And I already don't do that on regular yoga on the mat. Anyways. Yeah, a challenge. The first class, I was frozen for pretty much every inversion. I was terrified of being upside down. And in that moment, I remember thinking, why am I so scared? And I see literally everyone else around me just going for it. Even the people that you could tell they're a little scared, they still tried it. But I couldn't for some reason. And that moment made me realize that I had been acting this way in so many other parts of my life, in so many aspects of my life, that I took that somewhat as a challenge. And I just wanted to explore that a little more and hopefully, be able to break through and take that in different, like I said before, and translate that to different aspects of my life since I realized the connection. Yeah, so that's why I kept going back, and this is why I went back again. This is also why I wanted to share this with you guys, because you have to realize when you do new things, first of all, you're going to be scared, you're going to be nervous. Of course, you've never done it before. And there's also a lot of expectations as into what's going to happen or what would other people think. I'm sure that at some point I must have been a little self-conscious of what other people around me would think if maybe I fell or if I couldn't be able to actually finish the pose correctly. So I just froze for, I'm sure, many reasons. Some of them I was aware of, and some others maybe I wasn't. But point is, it's always important to try new things you have never before, just to unlock certain fears you have in your life that may be blocking you from moving forward in certain other areas of the non-activity specific, wise. And so that's why, although it's not the first time I have done this, I still wanted to share and make sure that you watch the whole thing through, just to understand that inversions can be a little scary. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and so this is day 6 of 30 Before 30. We'll talk more tomorrow with another I'm not gonna call them challenges anymore because they're not really challenges. They're just things that, I'm doing in those 30 days. So, all right, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so here's the beginning of the class, and the reason why I like it, this teacher specifically, is because of the first few minutes of her class. In this case, she made a question of, the question was, what was it that brought you back or that keeps bringing you back to practice? And so that was a perfect question for me. And today my answer was, of course, conquer my fears, and that class helps me to do so. So that's the beginning of the class. Okay, so here's the beginning of the class, and the reason why I like it, this teacher specifically, is because of the first few minutes of her class. In this case, she made a question of, the question was, what was it that brought you back, or the Now, this move I did not attempt on the first class. I was actually pretty frozen and just watch everybody else do it. And that was the first one that I was talking about. That was the first one I actually finished, like the full movement, but not till the second class, and still was pretty scared. But now it's like pretty easy. I feel very confident, and I enjoy this immersion very much. So if after watching this video you get curious about attempting an aerial yoga class, this place specifically is in La Jolla. It's called Trilogy Sanctuary, and they also have a vegan cafe right to the right of the video. There's like on the right side, there's all these tables, outdoor tables for the restaurant. Great food. They are, you can do drop-in classes, but you just have to make sure you reserve your spot, and you can do that on Mindbody. You just pay for it all online, and you have your space reserved because they only have 8 spots per class. So yeah.